morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Wednesday, March the 8th, and we've done everything that we expected to do. We did it all. We were looking for that 4070 on Monday, or sorry, 4080, 4079. We got it exactly. We were looking for that 3982 on Tuesday, Taco Tuesday with Jerome Powell, and boom, served it up. Now we wait. Really, really oversold. Really oversold as we went into the lows yesterday. And that was the reason why, with those SPY 400 puts that I had thrown out late last week on Friday, as we were getting way too overextended, threw it out there in the email on Monday, or sorry, on the weekend. When we threw out the weekend look, and the very first thing right there is those March 10 SPY 400 puts. As you said there, looking for a 99% chance we're going to get to minus 4,000, 95% chance at 39.82. Went over, covered that gap as far as what we were looking for on the gap. But yeah, the 400 puts, $1.72 the open on Monday, and you had all morning Monday afternoon, all the way up until the close, really, to go and get into those 4072 or 400 puts. 100%. Nothing more I can do for you guys that don't want to do spreads other than put it on a spoon for you. And I'm not being a dick about it. It's just that a lot of people are questioning, what should I do? How do I do this? That was why we were getting March 10 and March 17th. There's a smaller picture. There's a wider picture. The wider picture you don't know about until the smaller picture fulfills itself. We fulfilled ourselves for the beginning of the smaller picture. If you look in your email, I've shown you a projection as to what I expect for the rest of the week if we are going to go with that higher odds and that matching scenario that I covered over the weekend video. As of right now, you got your 100-point drop. 10 points over here on SPY. We got exactly what we wanted at the top. We got exactly what we wanted at the bottom. So now, with the 50-day moving average being down here, immediately that's your knee-jerk reaction, 1,000%. The 50% is going to be our support. It's going to be our support. And where we should be headed for is a sympathy bounce back up to around 403. Because, again, the VIX, this is the reason why with those 400 puts, middle of the day yesterday, I decided to go ahead and be Mark Baum. I didn't like the way that the VIX was being so lethargic. I mean, we were down here on the VIX 12:30 in the afternoon. It was just a pathetic view. Elizabeth Warren, that I'll throw here at the end of the video, had already destroyed and mic dropped on Jerome Powell. And we weren't getting anything more, even though we knew we had about 20 more points to the downside on SPX because we were right there at 4,000. And I did not like the lethargicness of both the VIX and the call put ratio, the CPC. Did not like it at all. So I decided, you know what? And so, yeah, what I'm looking for is somewhere up there around 40.20, 40.30. And we'll see. We'll see what we get from there. But I will bring you in. And again, looking at the dollar, showed you the dollar yesterday, showed you the projection for the dollar, which also supports that view that we shared on the weekend. Way up here above that 105. What I've got highlighted here in white are not full moons. These are the FOMC meetings. I don't believe I missed one here in November. I'm pretty sure they did not have one here in November. Don't remember if we had one. Oh, yeah, we did have one in January. What am I doing? So, but yeah, here was the FOMC meeting. Yeah, this was the FOMC meeting right here, February 1, where we got that spike to 41.95 on the SPX. Very oversold over here on the dollar. Now you've got the dollar very, very extended, and you see your chart at the bottom of the email, the difference between one day and the next day. So a lot of this supports what we're looking for, that we're going to be heading towards somewhere in here for a sympathy bounce. And we'll see what we get from there. But yeah, here is the clip from Elizabeth Warren from yesterday. She annihilated Jerome Powell. Even though he's over there with the House of Representatives today, there is absolutely nothing that those guys are going to ask that could be any more damaging than what Elizabeth Warren did. So the next time you say, Elizabeth Warren, I fill in the blank, always remember to put a comma behind that. Say, but she made me a hell of a lot of money on Taco Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. Have a fantastic day. Here's that clip. I'll see you in the chat room.
If you continue raising interest rates as you plan, unemployment will be 4.6% by the end of the year.
It's not an intended consequence.
But it is, and it's in your report, and that would be about 2 million people. If you could speak directly to the 2 million who you're planning to get fired over the next year, what would you say to them?
Inflation is extremely high, and it's hurting the working people of this country badly, all of them, not just 2 million of them. And we are taking the only measures we have to bring inflation down.
And putting 2 million people out of work is just part of the cost, and they just have to bear it?
Well, will working people be better off if we just walk away from our jobs and inflation remains 5-6%? It's not as black and white as very
just
very
looking
infrequent.
at the numbers. It actually is pretty black
Alan
and white.
Blinder's written a book on this.
There have been 12 times that we've seen a 1-point increase in the unemployment rate in a year. How many times did the economy fail to fall into a recession after doing that? Out of 12 times.
I think the number is 0.
I think the number is 0. That's exactly right.
Right now, the unemployment rate is 3.4%, which is the lowest in 54 years. And we actually don't think that we need to see a sharp or enormous increase in unemployment to get inflation under control. Even 4.5% unemployment is well better than most of the time for the last 75 years.